He held it tightly and kicked his legs hard in the water. The boat moved away from the tree.
Good,
Joe shouted to Leon.
the boat's free.
Leave the boat, shouted Leon. Save yourself. Joe did not listen. He held the boat and kicked his legs. A few moments later, Joe heard a loud noise.
What's that?
He asked Leon.
It's a waterfall,
replied Leon.
the water will pull the boat over.
Leave the boat. Save yourself.
Look,
shouted Joe.
there's a rock in front of us. We must reach it.
Don't be a fool, said Leon. Save yourself. You can't save me. The water rushed round the boat. It was pulling them towards the waterfall. Joe kicked his legs harder. The boat moved quickly towards the rock.
Get ready,
shouted Joe.
jump for the rock.
Leon was ready. The boat came near the rock, and Leon jumped. Joe let go of the boat and swam to the rock. The two men lay on the rock. For a few minutes, they did not say anything. Then Leon turned and smiled at Joe. Joe had saved his life.
We're not safe yet,
Joe shouted.
The rain has stopped, but the water is still rising. It'll cover the rock in an hour or two.
Joe was right. There was water all round the two men. In front of them, the water dropped over the waterfall. Behind them, there was the broken bridge.
We must get help,
said Leon.
but how?
Pedro, replied Joe.
He can help us. He's got the radio.
Pedro was waiting on the far side of the river. He watched Joe and Leon. They climbed onto the rock. They were safe.
They won't be safe for long, thought Pedro. I must call base and get help.
Pedro climbed up the hill behind him. He walked quickly for half an hour. At the top of the hill, he climbed onto a high rock. He took the radio off his back and pulled out the aerial. Pedro spoke into the radio.
PX-75 calling base. PX-75 calling base.
He waited and listened.
PX-75 calling base. PX-75 calling base.
There was no reply.
PX-75 calling base. PX-75 calling base.